Good morning, everybody. My name is CaDarius Price, and I'm excited to be here. I want to thank Music Moves for inviting me here today. We're going to sing some songs off of my maxi single. We're going to start off with a song that says, "He has blessed me." And if you know that God has blessed you, this song is for you. When I look back over my life and see all God has done, I know without a doubt God has blessed me. When I look back over my life and see what I've overcome, I know without a doubt God has blessed me. Said I may not have a house on the hill, fancy car, but even still, I know God has blessed me. I said I may not have the best of health, never been known for riches or wealth. I know God has blessed me. He has blessed me. He has blessed. Am I right about it? Oh Lord, yeah. Bless me. He has blessed me. He has blessed me. Thank you, Lord. He has blessed me. Oh, Lord, Lord. Listen. Said I may not drive a brand new car, but the one I'm in has gotten me this far. I know without a doubt God has blessed me. Silver and gold have I none. I'm gonna wait until my blessing comes. Lord, I know, yeah, God has blessed me. He has blessed me. He has blessed me. He has blessed me. Said I know God has blessed me. Anybody been blessed? B-L-E-S has. Oh Lord, yeah, yeah. Let me tell you, I'm blessed. I'm better than blessed. I'm blessed, y'all. I'm better than blessed. When I woke up this morning, I was clothed in my right mind. Called my family. Everybody was doing fine. Oh, I looked around and all of the blessings that I could see, God's great fortune He has given to me. Let me tell you something right here. I walk blessed. I even talk blessed. When you look at me, I look blessed. Anybody have been blessed? Anybody been blessed? Oh, good God Almighty. I want to thank you right now, Lord. Thank you for blessing my home. Thank you for blessing my job, Lord. I got a car to ride around in. Ooh, I'm blessed. Oh, anybody here blessed? If you're listening to me, well, I want you to know I'm blessed. Yeah, I'm blessed. Yeah, yeah. Yes. Listen, a good God, I'm blessed. 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 Thank you.
What's up, everybody? This is Anthony Brown with Music Moves, man. I am excited. We got some special guests today. We got CaDarius Price. Can I say from Forest City, Arkansas?
Yes, sir.
Arkansas boy. And we got my man Danny Lewis, my new good friend from Danny Boy Entertainment, man. How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Great.
You doing all right?
I'm doing good. I'm doing better now, Doc, that you're in town, man.
Oh wow.
You know,
we're glad to be here.
Man, I'm glad because we were talking about it off camera, man. That like I've been watching you for about 2 or 3 years now. We got a mutual friend. Shout out to my man, my little brother Rex.
Rex, yeah.
Rex
man.
That's my guy.
Yeah, one of the best guitar players on this side of heaven, man. But look, man. Like, so we just finished the recording, man. How do you feel, man?
I think the recording was awesome, man. I think it went well. As long as my manager's pleased with it, I'm good.
I'm happy.
But this is your first time in Northwest Arkansas, Fayetteville, right?
Right, correct. Yes.
Man, so when I know you come in, you don't know what to expect.
Right.
What was some of the first emotions
when
when
I saw some of those mountains? I said, "What is going on here, man?"
Well, and you know the reason why we're here is because we're celebrating Black Music Month.
Okay.
You know, you were just a part of Sunday service, our Sunday service program,
yes,
and this is a program where we kind of highlight, man, really gospel artists that's you know really you know doing their thing, you know, in this regional area. What is it like to man, talk about how you kind of came about here in Arkansas. You're an Arkansas boy, so kind of talk about, you know, your upbringings and how you kind of got in music.
Well, I was born and raised in Ford City, and I started off singing quartet with my dad, a group called the Majestic Wonders.
Okay.
From Ford City, Arkansas.
Y'all look up some YouTube videos.
All right, please don't look up some YouTube. Please don't look it up.
And you better say Haynes too.
Yeah, but no, they were from Palestine. The group was Majestic Wonders.
Wow.
But then it went from me singing with a young group called the Spiritual Keys, and shout out to my guys, the Delta Jubilaires, and then went on to sing with Paul Porter. He found me on Facebook of Christian Airs, you know,
I know Paul.
Sung with him for about 3 years.
Quartet legend.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And now here we are, man. And God blessed me to run into Mr. Danny and Uncle June. Shout out to Uncle June as well. And we did this record, man. It's going well. I believe it's going to be great.
Danny, talk about you got a hot record label. You've been in the game for a long time, man. And kind of talk about, you know, why this guy right here. You know, I think they're gonna hear why, but tell them why he was such an important artist for you to get behind.
Well, it's kind of like I can't take any credit for the music or the label. My longtime friend, Ferris Evans Jr., we call him Junebug or Uncle June.
Shout out to Ferris.
Yeah, great writer, producer. He wrote and produced all these songs. Ferris and I have been friends for a very long time, from his days being a drummer and producer for the Williams Brothers. And we reconnected a couple of years ago and just started talking about doing some things, working together. Didn't have no idea it was going to be him.
Yeah.
He came into my family's life later on in last year, the latter part of last year. And we had a conversation at the house one night. And I asked him what did he want out of music. And he said, you know, I want to sing, man, but I really want to do my own record. And I said, if you could do your own record, what kind of record would you do? And he kind of told me what he wanted. So I reached out to Ferris, asked him for one song. I said, hey man, I got this guy. He's my daughter's friend. I want you to do a song for me. I want one song. Well, let me hear it. Let me see. I gave him his name. He kept calling him Cordero. Wrong name, yeah. So he finally Googled him and found him, man. And I didn't hear from him for like 2.5 weeks. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, he
kicked him to the curb.
Yeah. But he called me one day out of the blue and he said, hey man, I know you've been trying to reach me, but you know, I had some things I had to take care of. And but are you sitting down? I'm like, yeah, what is it, man? I'm in the car. He's like, you asked me for one song, but I've been researching, man, and watching this kid on YouTube and listening to him, man. I think I want to give him a record. I got 10 songs for him.
Wow.
And I'm like, hold up, man, wait a minute now, who does that?
Yeah.
He hadn't even met CaDarius yet. So I got CaDarius on the phone, put him on the phone, introduced him to June. He let him hear because you've been good. And he'll give it to you. And he was like, man, that's what I want. That's what I want to do. You gonna give me this for real? He's like, yeah. So a couple of weeks went by, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. We flew into Chicago, went over to Gary, to his studio. Walked in, man, he got all these world-class musicians coming by the studio. Maurice Fitzgerald.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that video on Facebook.
I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, man. Hold up now, don't get me in too deep now. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't get me in. He's like, nah, man.
Legends.
God put it on my heart to bless him.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are now, man. You know, when we formed a bond, man, that's kind of unbreakable.
That's awesome.
Over the last 3 or 4 months, and 14 songs.
Yeah.
14, and Ferris probably got more. Y'all got more songs.
Yeah, we got more. Yes, sir.
They just don't let me hear
like
14.
16 of them.
Yeah. So, but 14 songs, man, and the music was so inspirational, man. I'm not gonna even say good, but it felt just so inspiring, man, to me. I was like, Ferris, I don't know how we gonna drop a single, man. How we gonna choose?
Like all of them good.
Yeah, he was like, hey, man, we got a hard job. But he came up with this idea to release 3 singles, 3 maxi singles for different genres of music.
Yeah.
One for inspirational, one for traditional, one for quartet. And we got 3 singles with 2 songs each on each single, man. And because you've been good, it's out now, and the other songs will be out and will be available real soon in the next couple of weeks.
Good, man. That's exciting, man. So I always love to ask this question. You're a young guy and you're from Arkansas, and you travel all over the country, literally all over the country, and you travel with some huge hitters in quartet. Talk about how big it is for you as a young guy from Arkansas, traveling with guys like Paul, traveling with guys like Harvey, man. Like Harvey's a big legend for me, you know. Like I go back to the VHSs live in Memphis, you know. Like my grandmother's put me on the Cantor Spirituals. But talk about how it is for a young fella from Arkansas to be in this position, and even go from this angle too. Talk about how people are impacted by Arkansas, what I call Arkansas ambassador.
Yes, sir. Well, I can say, speaking of being around Paul and Mr. Harvey Watkins, just like you, it was a dream come true.
Yeah, man.
You know, from sitting there, watching them on TV, that's one thing. But to be sitting next to him and you talking, you can't do nothing but stare at him the whole time. Just, you know, I'm sitting here with, you know, it's a dream come true, man. I've always wanted to do that, but I never thought I'd be doing it. I never really thought I'd be doing it. And when people ask me, where you from? You know, you must be from Memphis or you from Atlanta. I told them I'm a 4-city guy. I'm from Arkansas. I represent my hometown. That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
So it's great, man, to be able to represent Forest City when I go out, man. I let them know I wear my ring that say FC on the front. That's why I wear it. I let them know where I'm from.
He got the ring, man. He got the ring.
Hey, you leave him alone, man.
He got the ring. He got the ring.
I'm gonna set up a half court in here, and I'm gonna let y'all go in. We gonna see.
I'll kill it.
I tell you, man, like that's so huge, man, because like you're a young guy, man. You literally, because you know we always hear this concept of paying your dues, but that just for me it just tells the person you are to respect the music, respect the history of it, respecting the elders of who's come before us in the music game and in the ministry of it. Because I kind of look at it in 2 ways. You got the ministry of it, and you have the art form that is, you know, black quartet gospel. Man, I know I'm going over on my interview, but you have a really unique story. I know you talk about it all the time. I've heard you talk about you had stage 4 cancer.
Yes, sir.
And I don't know if you want to tell people your age, but you're a young guy. Talk about that experience and coming out of that, and you know you wear that. That's your testimony. Right. Talk about that.
Well, back in 2017. I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Doctor diagnosed me. We didn't know what it was, man. They was telling me that it was a respiratory infection of this or that, and it'll wear off. And we finally chose to do a surgery to check one of my lymph nodes, and they were swelling. They took it out. It was cancerous, man, and they had to start chemo immediately. June 1st, I'll never forget it, 2017, I started my first chemo. And we prayed, man, it's about faith.
Yeah.
It's always about faith.
Yeah.
Faith is what moves God. You know what I'm saying? So we did that June, November 13th, 2017. I walked out of there cancer free.
Wow.
I never lost my hair, never stopped singing, never stopped traveling. I was with the Christian Airs then too. Yeah, never stopped. Never.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is that?
And now here I am, such a handsome guy.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You see what I put up this man? And you should see him and Paul together.
Right.
Paul actually did a feature on the record.
Uh-huh.
And the whole time I didn't even hear him sing because they did this all day long.
But you know what? That just tells me, like, the word comes to my mind, purpose. You know, like, you have an amazing gift, you have an amazing story, and you have so much more life to live. Man, how excited does that make you?
It's very exciting, especially having a manager that knows how to lead.
Yeah.
It's very exciting because you never know what's going to happen next. You never know. This week you're doing this, and the next week you're doing this, then you down there doing that. You know, it's always something different. I'm enjoying it. I really am. I thank God for it.
Talk about, like, positioning yourself for success, because, you know, like, I'm a young guy as well too, and you know, I have a lot of big homies that I look up to as well that kind of steers me, and it helps you dodge those obstacles that everybody else before us have gone before. How important is that, you know, for younger guys and people that want to advance in in music?
Well, for me, man, I don't never really say that I do anything to position myself. I always walk in God's favor.
Yeah.
I'm actually friends too with a lot of people, just like CaDarius, sitting there next to him. I never thought that I would be friends with some of the people that I actually work with.
Yeah.
And with Ferris and I, but this whole thing, we couldn't have paid for a production like this. This was all God. And Ferris says it all the time, man. You know, we walking in God's purpose. You know, that's what we're trying to do with CaDarius. There's nothing that we're doing special. You know, it's nothing that I'm creating. It's just like every day I wake up, God bless me with somebody else, just like you calling me. I hadn't seen you since you were a kid, and you contacted me about doing this, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. You know, Bishop Neil Robeson said he called us in the studio one day. I mean, he just called out of the blue. Ferris put him on the phone, and he said, you know, he went on and said a lot of things, and he prayed with us. And he said, CaDarius, I want to say something to you, Danny, and Ferris already knows this. He said, God has a bigger plan for you than just singing on a record. You know, God wants you to be an ambassador for his work.
Wow.
You know, to be a testimony.
Wow.
And that's just kind of like taking us to a whole different place, man, with the way that we dealing with him from a business side. You know, I pray about it. I have my ideas, of course. You know, I think every night I'm thinking of something to do with the artists that I work with. But it's like God just wakes up. When I wake up, God say to me, call this person. Or this person has left me a text message saying, call them. I'm like, wow, where did this come from? So that's what I'm trying to do, man. I'm just trying to follow God's purpose. And hopefully I can do something great to be an inspiration to somebody's life. I was looking at it. Somebody sent me something the other day where Jay-Z said, you know, the goal is not to be rich and famous. It's to be able to use your God-given talent to do something that you love to do every day and make a living with it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing right now.
Man, bless you, man. We thank God for you for sure. Man, tell people what you guys got coming up. I know it's a lot of music coming, a lot of shows coming. Everything's opening back up now. What do you guys have planned for the rest of the year?
Well, the record label is called, and it's Fountain of Life Records. Ferris brought me in and incorporated me on this project with CaDarius. We're going to do an album premiere, not a CD release, not a single release, because he has a whole album. We're going to do an album premiere on July 11th in his hometown of Forest City.
Come on.
Yeah, Forest City. And shout out to the mayor and to my man Miles Kimball and everybody that's getting behind this, to CaDarius' parents, Mr. and Mrs. Johnny Price. to my family, you know, it's going to be a big deal, man. We're actually bringing. Can I tell?
Go ahead, man. Might as well.
Might as well tell.
Might as well tell it.
Okay, well, Paul is going to be there.
Awesome.
He's going
Awesome.
to Bishop Neil Robeson is going to be there.
Wow, nice.
And the featured artist is going to be the award-winning Jacqueline Carr.
That's my girl.
Another Arkansas, man.
Another Arkansas, man.
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
So July 11th at the Forest City Civic Auditorium, CaDarius Price's album premiere featuring Jacqueline Carr, Neil Robeson.
I gotta see if I can make it down there, man.
You gotta come, man.
That'd be awesome.
You
man.
gotta be there,
come,
man.
That'd be awesome.
We gotta show you the same hospitality that you guys have shown us.
I don't know if you can buy as many donuts as I bought.
Yeah, you got some donuts now. Yeah. You and Darren, did Darren pitch in on that? Did you pitch in on the donuts? He got chocolate, glaze, some sprinkles up, and he been eating.
Man, bro. Y'all know how we do back home, man. We love our donuts.
You got one first.
Well, yeah, I did. I'm hungry, son. I'm hungry.
Man, we wrapping it up. Tell people how they can find you all on your social media and all that good stuff.
Well, you can go to on Facebook. Just look me up, CaDarius D. Price. You can. We're getting Instagram set up now.
Cool.
That's in the making as well. You can go to Mr. Danny Lewis page. If you can go to my page and look at the booking information, it's on my page. You can contact him. Yeah, and it's on his page as well. All the promotional stuff and everything. Share it, like it, all of that. We need all your support.
Yes, and the music will be on all digital platforms in about a week or so. It's going to be on CaDariusPrice.com, I think. But we'll share that with you. It's not there yet. It's not available yet. But it'll be on all the platforms in the next week.
And once we get everything opened up, we got to get y'all to come back, all right, in person.
Most definitely.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, Arkansas boy, CaDarius Price, Danny Lewis, Anthony Ball, Music Moves. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank y'all so much. God bless you.